they will be covering the same amount of distance on that first leg. We talk about it gets crowded on that first leg if you have too many teams in it. This is an optimal number, 9 teams.
Well, the second time is the charm, and we are underway. Wake Forest, Florida State, Clemson, Virginia, North Carolina, Notre Dame, NC State, Virginia Tech, and Duke in this second section.
Well, you can see right away they're off to a much quicker start in this 1200 than the first section was. I imagine these times will pop pretty good. There's a couple of teams that have a shot of getting into NCAAs if they really put it together tonight. The NC State contingent already has a mark that would probably easily qualify them. But they seem to be putting a loaded lineup out there, so wouldn't want to discount them. They currently are sitting in 9th.
Notre Dame at the merge, out of the gates first. Kitty Thronson, the Tennessee transfer, the all-SEC performer in the steeplechase.
Virginia Tech in second. You know, we've always felt like, oh, it's Florida State, excuse me. Mixing up my Maroons once again. Florida State in second. Virginia Tech's in 4th in the black uniform. But they've worked out on their Virginia Tech track so well over the years, and there's been so many races in Blacksburg at the ACC Championships. We felt that's always given them a little bit of advantage in this relay. But this track is faster than any of them. They went 67 on the first 400. That's a good time. If you can get a leadoff leg in the 321 range, you're rolling. So they are not being shy on this first leg. In third is UNC. We talked already about Coach Chris Miltenberg when he's done. 213 at the 800, so they actually picked it up. They went 67-66. So they got a great shot at running sub 320 on this leadoff.
Esther Sealand is the lead leg for Virginia. The Cavaliers sitting second. She's a Division III national champion for Messiah. Her first year in Charlottesville. So you have a couple of transfers leading the pack right now. One from the SEC and the one from Division III Messiah making the move.
And here goes the Virginia runners. And there's Vin Linan in the gray hair shouting instructions saying this would be a great time to finish strongly. This is the final lap. The 400-meter runners have already been brought out to the exchange zone. Less than 60 meters to go here to the handoff. Virginia extending its lead nicely here in the first heat. Notre Dame second, UNC third.
So no jitters in the first ACC Indoor Championship for Sealand. Virginia, your leader. And it's Emily Alexandru, the junior from Connecticut, the hurdle specialist, now called on to be the 400-meter specialist.
3:17.8. We talked about 3:20 being a benchmark in that end. 3:17.8 for Virginia. Great start.
There is Alexandru being pursued by Notre Dame. The Irish sitting second with Eve Balserio. North Carolina State still back a ways.
North Carolina in third. Duke is now moving very close to North Carolina. They're going to probably go into third, judging on the performance of their quarter-miler. And now, there he goes. UNC in third, Duke in fourth.
It's Megan McGinnis and Brianna White, UNC and Duke. Virginia, Notre Dame, North Carolina, Duke, both very close at 3 and 4.
Absolutely.
Kiara C. Schultz out there for the Cavaliers. The junior, part of the ACC Indoor Silver Medal DMR team. Experience in this event, experience in this leg. Katie Ryan, Notre Dame, in her second year in South Bend. Started her career at Stanford, and it's a pack formation right now. Duke and North Carolina, striking distance, little shouldering for position.
Tolbert to Duke into third, and now going to challenge Notre Dame for second. Tolbert has run 2:04 in the 800 this year. She's really one of the better half-milers in the conference, so Duke with a strong contingent out there. Right off the shoulder of Virginia now.
And not just one of the better half-milers, one of the better freshmen in this conference.
Notre Dame retakes the lead. We've got 2 laps to go on this half-mile leg.
Ryan, the leader, an all-ACC performer in the 800 last outdoor season. She took 5th in the 800 meters in the indoor.
Tolbert goes by Virginia. We got 3 teams running really, really well up front. Remember, we ran 3:17.8 on the leadoff, so they're running times that they can think about NCAAs. NC State, meanwhile, is down 8.5 seconds from the lead. Tolbert now with 1 lap to go. You see the Duke coach in the gray sweatshirt next to Lenana in the black jacket, both urging their athletes on. But Notre Dame Duke now with a lot on the line.
This is a big test for Tolbert. Our first look at the freshman at these ACC championships, trying to run down a veteran in Katie Ryan of Notre Dame.
They're bringing out the anchor legs.
Notre Dame, Duke 1-2, Virginia 3rd, North Carolina 4th. Keep an eye on NC State in the red and white. A lot of ground to be made up for one of the premier runners in all of college track. Here comes Caitlin Toohey.
Don't forget the runner in second from Duke, Anima Matug. When Toohey set her collegiate record in the mile, Matug moved into second in the national list in the mile. She's also highly ranked nationally in the 3,000. She ran a 2:04.800 in high school over in Holland. She is a stud anchor, and she's in great position right now.
Olivia Markovic, your leader, Notre Dame, excellent miler. She'll be running in the 3,000 meters on Saturday. All ACC cross-country performer. She took 3rd this past October.
Hey, Toohey's going fast. She ran 32 seconds for her first 200. So that is like a 4:16 pace. That's about 8 seconds faster than her college record. Anyway, the race is up front here, though. This is going to be a great finish. Notre Dame, Duke, Virginia, all with stunning anchors. UNC in 4th, and here comes Toohey.
The aforementioned Toohey of NC State.
65 at the 400 now for Toohey. 4:20 pace. Remember, her collegiate record is 4:24. Matug of Duke into the lead.
This is the first time Duke has led. Matug, the sophomore.
I believe Matug was 4th in the ACC cross-country championships. Remember, just an 800-meter background. She's proved she can run cross-country, the 3,000. The mile might be her sweet spot. Again, she's going to go to nationals in the mile.
Look at the ground that Toohey has made up.
Toohey, 1:38 at 600. That is flying. This is 2 to go. Matug with the big lead. And you see Toohey just getting into the picture now with Notre Dame and Virginia. And they both go by the Virginia runner, Notre Dame and Toohey. And then Toohey extending here on the backstretch. And she just looks so good at this point. The question is there just enough real estate for her? And she's inspired, but now by taking the lead quite as early on Notre Dame, that helps Notre Dame to focus back on Toohey's shoulder. Matug now is off and gone. She's got 1 to go, and there's going to be no catching her. But we didn't know that because Toohey looked so good, and she was 3:18 at 1,200 meters. So she actually closed in a 65 point. And then she had to negotiate. Toohey did one more lapped runner, and she gets by her, and she actually had opened up a decent, but now you see a move right there by the Notre Dame runner. Meanwhile, Matug, look at her pump her arms. Matug driving to the tape. It's all over, and there's Notre Dame going by Toohey at the last minute. But it wasn't like Toohey slowed down a heck of a lot. 4:23.9. Matug, there she is with a 4:32. 4:29 anchor for Matug. 4:20. They're still happy about it.
Field events continue as more pictures are taken. All smiles for Duke, and they should be smiling with the performance that we just saw. Let's go to the weight throw on the men's side.